Okay, so now here I am back in Illustrator, and I'd like to do a couple uh, quick modifications here. Okay, so I'm going to use my mouse button to scroll up, and I'm going to make some changes to some text. Okay, and so for right now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a few different ways to do some text effects. Okay, so I'm going to again grab the type tool, and I'm going to just click, and that's going to give me my cursor. You can see it blinking there, and I'm going to type cold. Okay, and so there's my text, and I'm going to highlight it by double clicking on it. All right, then I want to sample this green color that's on this object, so I'll sample it, and you can see that my text that says cold kind of became that same kind of green color. Okay, I know that it's a little hard to tell, so I'll zoom in. Let's get a better look at this whole thing. All right, and another thing that I can do is I can change the warp option on that text. So I have it selected, and I can choose an arc, and I can preview that. Okay, I can also choose bulge, which is specifically what we want, and we also want this to be set at 40% for now. So I'll say OK to that. All right, and I'll grab my selection tool, and what I'd like to do, I'm going to grab that white circle, and just for now, I'm going to shove it out of the way, okay, because I don't need it for this, but I will need it later, okay? And what I can do is I can reposition that, and I want to make it part of this graphic. And so I'm just going to grab the sides like this, and I'm going to make it so that it's kind of all one graphic, all right? And then just to be sure, I'm going to select them both, and with the shift key down, and I'm going to choose group. Okay, so now I have one graphic that is just one single group. Okay, now another thing that I can do while I'm doing this is I can reshape text with what's called an object warp. Okay, so let's go scroll down to this red one. Okay, and so now I've got this red, okay? And what I'd like to do is I'd like to make some text, okay? And so I'm going to just click my cursor again. I'm going to type cold. All right, in all caps, and I'm going to select that text. I'm going to grab my eyedropper. I'm going to select that red color there, and as you can see now, that text has become red, okay? And so now what I would like to do is I'd like to kind of distort it, if you will, with what's called an envelope distort, okay? So I'm going to grab that text, and I'm going to move it, okay? Just so that I've got, I don't have to center it, but it just kind of seems to make it feel a little bit more organized as I do this work, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of those objects, meaning this text and the circle, by holding down the shift key, okay? And I'm going to go to Object, then I'm going to go to Envelope Distort, okay? And then I'm going to choose Make with Top Object. Okay, so what that means is I'm going to make an envelope distort where the text is going to fill out to the sides of the circle, the insides of the circle. Okay? All right, I guess I didn't grab that, so let's give that another try. We should have those two. All right, let's try that again. All right, and we're going to go to Object, go to Envelope Distort, and Make with Top Object. Okay, I see that let's just make sure. Okay, let's deselect that. Let's move that to the side. Let's make sure that this is the top object. That may be part of our problem. Okay, so let's bring that to the front. Okay, and now we have our type. Okay, and let's just for fun, let's bring that to the front. All right, now let's bring the object to the front, the circle to the front. Okay, and now I'm pretty sure that those two should work together. Now we'll choose Object, Envelope Distort. There we go. And that's exactly what we are looking for. So be a little bit careful while you're doing this, because as you can see, when you're doing an object envelope distort, the selection and where the objects are in the order to being near the top are really pretty important. Okay, so